Okay, we'll start off our welcome and acknowledgement to the mountain to the west is of course Walloomba, and let's acknowledge the Bundjalung and the Hopi people who have a connection also with this mountain and all Indigenous peoples. And I'll just invite you, if you would, this is going to be very brief, just a couple of breaths together. Call it Ujjayi breathing, call it what you will. If you want to watch me with a soft gaze to the left hand on the ground, right hand on your left thigh, deep breath in and hold and letting out gently. Back to the centre. Deep breath in over 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hold for 6. And letting go. And to the right. Right hand touching the earth. Deep breath in. Hold. And letting go. And back to the centre. If you're able to do so easily, all 10 fingers touching the earth. And breathing in the strength and the stability of the earth. And hold. And letting go. As I indicated a moment ago, we acknowledge the Bundjalung, the Hopi and all Indigenous peoples. We acknowledge that sovereignty was never ceded. We acknowledge their leaders, past, present and emerging, and we wish them well. Okay. Rahasya, can I ask you to come forward without me saying much more about you? I think you're happy with that intro? Yeah. Okay. How much did you
Yes. Welcome. welcome, many welcomes this Sunday. Is it Sunday? Yeah.
It is.
And thank you for, Steve, for creating this beautiful temple. Thank you, Craig, for arranging all these meetings. It's beautiful to see old friends and to see new friends. Kathryn put out this beautiful tarot cards, and my idea was to share with you a meditation. And the card is absolutely spot on. It's called the Heart of Sky. So what is that? What is the Heart of Sky? Sky is formless, in case we are in doubt. The moment we talk sky, we don't talk object, we don't talk form, we don't talk personality, we don't talk content. Every content appears in the heart of sky. So lately, I've been running many different types of courses over the years. Some of you know me there. And at the beginning of my own journey, I was very fascinated by all the possible different levels of energy we can experience, the possible expansions we can experience in our being by doing courses. And the interesting bit, since I live in this area near Manambimbi, is that as long as I was very interested in content of my own mind and of my friends' mind and my clients' minds, I attracted many people. Many people came to the gatherings. I think the biggest gathering used to be in Taiwan and in China, up to a few thousand people. And now I have every Friday evening a gathering in my home, and sometimes there's one person. So this is the most dedicated friend. Paul appears when nothing appears. Paul appears, and Paul saves me from my loneliness. Actually, I always enjoy it. Paul always brings warmth and joy into my heart. And funny enough, in the form, not much response, but through the formless, which then eventually creates form, it's like we record these evenings, and there's always, maybe 200, 300, 400 people around the world that have done work with me that link in. So I'm not so lonely. And this somehow is it's a relief. It's a relief as a reflection for myself that maybe my story is not so important. Maybe all my adventures, I could talk forever, are not so important. Maybe the form that gets older is not so important. Maybe, and this is pretty recently, when I look into nature, I see more and more miracles, and probably many of you do also. Everything we see started with nothing. It's not a concept, it's reality. This body we are sitting here started as nobody. it needed our parents to make love, or artificial insemination perhaps, but it started with nothing. And when we look at reality from that perspective, we have to admit that everything that has turned into form started as formless. Can you relate to that? Can you follow that as a, not just as a theory, but it's real? The good news in this is that the formless is infinite. It's pure space, the sky. We give the formless many names: energy, or the sky, or God, or presence, or meditation, or awareness. Many, many words that we so-called spiritual people use don't point to any form, don't point to any story or any structure. They point to something that cannot be spoken. And that mystery, when I look back, I wasn't aware of it. I wasn't aware of that mystery. I was so inspired by form and by ways of living and by adventures and by exploring human consciousness on many levels, missing the most important insight. And even though very early I heard the truth, massively in 1980 when I went for the first time to Pune and sit at Osho's feet, but he spoke nothing else. And now, many, 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 many years later, I start to get glimpses of what he was actually pointing to. And perhaps we can allow a few glimpses tonight. We're not getting anything here. We're not learning how to. Many courses promise how to be happy, how to be rich, how to find the right relationship, how to. And the moment I hear how to, I feel, let's get out of here.
To see the butter.
When I see the butter,
yeah.
That is a private joke. When we are at home and we have a big fridge, and I look for the butter, and I ask my partner, Melly, where did you put the butter? And she opens the fridge and it was right in front, right here. The butter is here. That's why I don't see it. So my idea for at least the beginning of the afternoon is to enjoy the butter a little bit, and then to move from the butter to a deeper type of meditation. One of the first meditations that I heard Osho talk about, he was sharing what later became a book called Tantra, the Supreme Understanding. I don't know if anybody read this. If you want to know a little bit of truth, that's the book. Actually, if you want to hear the discourse, that's even better. And the book, or the discourses, are about a not so well-known master called Atisha. And Atisha, he was very fortunate. He had 3 masters. He was studying with one master, learning awareness, learning meditation. That's what we somehow all started off, perhaps. And when he realized himself as a fully aware meditator, seeing through the illusion of personality and form, he said to his master, "Now I'm ready, I want to share this." And the master said, no. Across the valley is another master. You go and study with him. So Atisha was very surrendered. His ego was not so strong. He said, okay. So the other master was the master of love, master of the heart. So from awareness to the heart. And the understanding was awareness may have been a little dry in our, especially the male aspect of our seeking is the man who goes to the mountains, goes to the monasteries, goes into a cave, isolates himself, denies the world. So only awareness, we can easily deny the world. The master of love is the opposite. What does love say? I'm everything. Awareness says I'm nothing. I'm that which is aware of everything, but I myself am nothing. Love says I'm everything. I'm everything in my own form, in my psychology, in my body, in my understanding, and I'm also you. And I think many of you here have a sense when, especially when you work with people and you step a little bit aside of your own ego, then something moves through you that touches the heart of hopefully many people. It's needed. Who is working with people here from our friends in one way or the other? Okay, great. So we're in the right club. So Atisha found the essence of love, which is not the relationship love, that's a part of it, but the essence of being is love. Then he went to his master and said, well, now awareness and love I cannot learn more. This is it, I need to go out and share. And the master said, no. Down behind the last mountain you see from here is another master. You learn with him. He is the master, he's a Sufi master. The love for the divine, for Allah. He teaches you devotion to anything that is part of creation. So Atisha learned different devotional methods, like singing, like prayer, like mantras, like zikr, with the Sufis, remembering the infinite through Allah. And when Atisha has opened completely to his devotional side, the master kicked him out and said, okay, now you're ready. And in trying to find out what could help normal people to connect with this understanding, Atisha found something that hopefully some of us have found already, at least we tried. He developed a meditation which is basically life with a few aspects that we can easily understand, because he saw there is so much suffering in the world. Does anybody have elements of suffering in your life? Okay, so I'm not going to tell you how to get rid of it, but Atisha found in himself an incredible, brilliant way of seeing things. When he discovered love, he realized I'm everything. when he discovered the heart. This is why I love this card. The heart of sky. So I am the sky, but heart begins to take a shape that we begin to relate to. And
Sorry, I'm
okay.
Turning the urn on the hot water.
Okay. Okay, so the form of water becomes formless. That's pretty much what Atisha does. So here's what he found. He got hurt by something that the master said. We do when the master sees something that we don't see, and we have created an identity around that, and the master points it out and slaps you. If your ego is still a little bit there, you feel hurt. So what Atisha discovered was, if my essence is heart, is love, then anything that I don't love is looking for a space where it is loved. And where is that space? It's in our heart. So, which I'm going to guide you in a while into this possibility. So what he found is, okay, now I really feel hurt and I feel trapped and I want to do something about it, but I feel like worthless, useless, impossible. Sometimes we have that. Now Atisha takes us by the hand and says, okay, this is appearing. Can we, instead of rejecting it, which creates our ego, any kind of rejection makes the ego stronger, instead of rejecting any experience, can we welcome it into the heart? We seldom think about it when we are suffering. When we are suffering, we try to find strategies to avoid the suffering. Anybody does that?
Not anymore.
Never be British. And especially when we have learned many, many techniques, then we get very skilled in resistance. Disguising it as, spirituality. So Atisha breaks it all and says, you suffer, invite your suffering, let it ride on the in-breath, let it enter your heart. Now notice what happens when you think of that. It's like, really? Shall I invite my suffering? How do we do that? Now let it move through the heart, through the aspect of form or of energy or of love, and let it be absorbed in the truth of who you are, which is emptiness, like the empty sky. And the discovery, I shouldn't say what you discover, because otherwise you have an expectation. Okay, I'm not saying what you discover, but the meditation continues. You absorb your suffering and you breathe out blessings. So there's already an indication of what you discover. You discover that when you breathe out in your suffering, the suffering is like a cloud. It disappears in the empty sky. And when the sky is empty, it is also love. Don't believe it, you have to test that if that's true. And then in the out-breath, you can carry the blessings of love, the blessings of space, the blessings of inclusiveness, the blessings of healing back into your body-mind. Can you follow that so far?
Yes.
Breathing in suffering, breathing out blessings.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine what world we would have if everybody would do that? Breathing in suffering, breathing out blessings. We're going to experiment with this a little bit. Now, Atisha meditation, I don't know if we have the time to expand it further, but since those of you who work with people, in a way, you are the space in which your clients can perhaps flower and release their suffering and share their own blessings with themselves first, so the self-worth changes. The next step would be we breathe in suffering of our family, of all friends we have. Anyone who is maybe in pain or in hurt or in trouble or relationship trouble or separation or somebody died. I mean, there's endless suffering. Second stage in the Atisha meditation, breathing in all the suffering of your friends. You may feel it for a moment physically. Breathing out blessings. And you will find there comes a moment where it's just natural. And then if you want to continue and deepen it, eventually, and this is many, many Tibetan monks do this in this moment somewhere around the earth, you breathe in the suffering of the whole humanity. And you will discover that the heart, the space, the sky is big enough to absorb it all. It's not a new belief. Don't create a new belief about it right now. It is a possibility that we can surrender into. That's the best way I could say. Now, eventually the challenge is perhaps it works for a while and then the old habit starts again. So eventually let it be a practice. The moment suffering appears, deep breath, absorb it, let it in, don't fight it. Could that be interesting? Mm-hmm. So to make it a little easier, it's always easier when we look into energy to work with the more positive energy rather than with all the trouble. We're getting into the trouble a little later. So to lift, to open the sky a little bit, to look through the clouds. I love Arasoma. I don't know if anybody is familiar with Arasoma. My late wife, Nora, was one of the first Arasoma teachers, so I still have all the bottles and all the stuff. But I only use the pomanders and the quintessences. And there's a brand new pomander that was born just a few weeks ago. It's not yet in Japan, funny enough, even though Japan has the most Arasoma teachers around the world. And it is rose pink. So pink, the old pink pomander, was pointing to unconditional love. I could talk about an hour about the misunderstandings of unconditional love. But for now, it's basically who we are, no conditions. And in the rose pink, there's a little bit more red in it, more intensity, more aliveness, love in action. And I think this is something we all need, if we all discover our inner bliss and our inner emptiness, unless we share it and infect people with nothingness, we're going to continue the mess. So rose pink is an invitation for a deeper, unconditional love. And I'd like to invite you for a short little ritual to feel this. The pomanders include 3 senses. It is visual sense, rose pink. It turns actually into violet a little bit. There's a kinesthetic sense, we can feel it. There's an olfactory sense, it's an incredible fragrance. And since we are energy beings, something may be able to resonate inside. Can you all stand up for a moment? And make your left palm available. You receive 3 drops of the rose pink, and then you can rub it into your palms and close your eyes. And if you like, you can imagine you're holding love in your hand. Some of you are sniffing already. Don't sniff too early because the alcohol in it needs to evaporate. Then you have a beautiful fragrance, more pure. Okay, now you can raise your arms high above the head. And imagine you can give that vibration as an energy all around the earth. Let it shine through your left hand around the earth back into the right hand. So reconnecting all beings with the rose pink, with unconditional love. It's very much needed. And then you can turn your palms facing downward above the crown. Imagine you standing under a shower of rose pink light flowing through your whole aura. And then as you come closer to the energy field around your head, you can clear and clean your aura. Take away any unnecessary thoughts. Just allow that rose pink to expand through your energy field. Then you can bring your palms together, the symbolic gesture of oneness above the crown, where the opposites can meet as complementary. And moving through your forehead. And here, for those of you who have learned Arasoma, I use it a little different. Allow your palms to open here and let your fingertips touch your forehead center, your third eye. Imagine you can open the curtain of our identifications, it's in the third eye, so that we can begin to see reality as it is. Then clearing your face and clearing your throat. When you come to the throat, you could say there's another curtain that covers our deeper understanding, and that's the curtain of all of our beliefs. The moment we believe something, we are not free anymore. We are caught in a story. Positive, negative belief, both. Beyond belief in the throat is the capacity we all carry, which is not knowing. And all creativity arises from here, from not knowing. And then you can clear your shoulders and arms. And then you can come to the heart. And when you bring the rose pink to the heart, we can melt the layer that covers our heart very often. We never think about it. It's our ideals, how we should be, how we should not be. How many times do we tell ourselves that what we perceive in ourselves is wrong? So in our life, many of us have been more interested in how we should be than how we are. When that limitation falls away, our heart reveals itself as innocent, as love, as simplicity, as compassion. And the rose pink with its unconditional love can very much resonate here also. And then we come to the solar plexus, and here allow the rose pink to gently release all these strategies of separation that we all have learned, like comparison, competition, judgments, blame, inferiority, superiority, all these wonderful strategies to continue our suffering. And take a glimpse behind the armor inside, that beautiful yellow joy of being who we are. And then moving to the second chakra, the lower belly, and in the rose pink we can open to all these different sensitivities and feelings and emotions, and allow all these shock experiences that we may have experienced to begin to melt and be reabsorbed in the empty sky. And coming to the first chakra, to the root, to the red energy in the rose pink that brings life into form, into this body, along the legs, all the way down, until you connect with Mother Earth. And this is a good moment to let go. Whatever you have become aware of, let it go. Give it all back to the earth. For a moment, be empty. Empty, empty, empty. And now as you come up, allow that rose pink ray rise inside your body all the way up. For a moment, just standing with your hands and arms open. Connection between the sky and the earth. And then cupping your hands in front of your nostrils, taking 3 deep breaths of the fragrance into the temple of the body. Very good. Maybe allow your eyes to open for a moment and just allow that namaste to be shared with all the friends here. This gesture, I greet the divine in you. I greet the love in you. I greet space. Very good. Then we can sit. Thank you. So from here, if you allow me, we can go straight into the meditation. I will guide the meditation for a while, and then towards the end, when the words fade away, we're going to just sit for a while. We don't know yet how long. So it's good if you can sit comfortably, the spine upright yet relaxed. And if it helps, you may want to put one hand or both of your hands in the middle of your chest, just to connect even physically with your heart and energetically with your heart. And feel for a moment, just feel the touch of your hand. Feel how perhaps you can receive your own touch. Feeling how each in-breath is expanding the chest and the belly and the lungs. And each out-breath is like a letting go inward. You will notice we can, in day-to-day life, our attention is mostly outward. Now when we turn the attention inward, we could say we melt through different layers that we call our person or our personality. So we can naturally melt deeper than the thoughts that are here, deeper than the story we tell ourselves. And just feeling the touch of your hand on your heart. And perhaps whatever energy or emotion is moving within, perhaps we can naturally melt even deeper than the waves of emotion and feeling. Each out-breath taking us deeper. And then we can naturally melt deeper than the body sensations. Body is sitting here, it has all these different experiences of sitting on the cushion or on the chair. And we seldom think about that. That is one layer of experience, and we can explore even deeper on that. What is closer to you? And naturally we can melt deeper than the breath. Breath continues. Body sensation continues. Feelings continue. And yet we can melt inside deeper than all of this. Even deeper than the heartbeat. And ultimately, as we continue to allow our attention to move deeper in, we may be deeper than all experience. It's a strange concept for the mind. And yet, behind all experience is still who we are. Now when we ask ourselves, well, who am I deeper than all experience? There is no answer. And yet I am. get a sense of this mystery for a moment. It's like such a puzzle. What or who am I deeper than all experience? Humans have found many words for it, but no word feels right. We are the sky, we are endless, we are space, we are love. From that realization that deep inside is just the empty sky, we can tune into any kind of suffering that maybe has recently happened, or maybe just still lingers as a story in our mind and maybe even in our body. And we can follow what Atisha found and what we all can easily find, that we can pick one suffering, invite it to ride on the in-breath and enter the heart. We can just imagine that and let the pain or the hurt or the suffering flow through the heart, almost like the heart is not a form, it's an empty channel. And as it touches emptiness, it becomes emptiness. There's no effort in it, there's no doing in it. Absorbing the suffering and then breathing out the blessings that come with emptiness, breathing out love, breathing out space, breathing out healing. Now that may be new for some of us, so let's get used to it a little bit. Finding any kind of suffering, any recent hurt, any recent ego struggle, allowing it to ride on the in-breath, flow through the heart, dissolve in the empty inner sky, and the out-breath can carry the blessings of peace, the blessings of healing, the blessings of love, back to yourself, back to your body-mind, back to all that which perhaps in the past we have rejected inside. A few deep breaths, breathing in suffering, breathing out blessings. Breathing in any hurt, breathing out space, understanding, clarity. Take a few minutes to go through some of the sufferings you would like to explore. Maybe the feeling of not being good enough. Maybe the idea of being a constant failure. Maybe the hurt of self-doubt. Breathing all in, it's all welcome. No need to resist anything. Letting it flow through the heart, dissolve in the empty sky, and nourishing the out-breath with blessings and healing and peace. Now, for those of us who become a little bit familiar with this possibility, if we feel ready, we can include family, friends, anyone that we are aware of that maybe is in suffering right now, or maybe is in constant difficulty. And rather than trying to fix it and change it and heal it, absorb your friend's sufferings into your heart. It's the same principle. There's only one sky. So letting your family's suffering right on the in-breath flow through the heart, dissolve in the empty sky, and breathing out blessings, healing, love, space, forgiveness. Let every breath be a warm welcome for what is, whatever we have held back, held away from ourselves. Letting each out-breath be a fresh breeze of rose pink, of unconditional love, of care, touching all our family and friends. Sometimes when we do this for the first time, or not so often, the body may have for a moment some sensations, maybe a heartache, or maybe a little tension somewhere. Invite all this riding on the in-breath, inviting it into the heart, turning into emptiness, and breathing out the blessings of space, of love, of awareness. Now you can continue with friends and family, you can continue with yourself, whatever seems to be still relevant and important. And only if you feel ready at this moment, if you like, you can extend the heart to all beings, because really we are all one. If you feel ready, you can invite the suffering of all beings into your heart. You will find the sky stays empty. Let it be like a stream entering your heart and flowing through the heart. Don't hold it in the heart, just let it flow through and turn into the vast sky. Just like the tarot cards, the heart of sky. And the out-breath can carry the blessings, the compassion, the healing, the support to all beings. Let it be like a wave of healing, a wave of compassion, a wave of loving kindness touching all beings. Allowing 5 more very deep breaths, absorbing suffering, breathing out blessings. absorbing suffering, breathing out blessings. A few more times. And then with the next deep breath, letting go even deeper into the infinite sky inside. Resting as emptiness. And we're going to sit for a while, maybe around 10 minutes, just sitting, deepening, deeper and deeper. Deep breath, a little stretch back into the body. Until you find a good moment to open your eyes to a very fresh moment here. Anything to say? To share? To ask? To comment? In a few moments we're going to sing it also.
Now, share something. Thank you for the Orasona. About 20 years ago, I was on a pilgrimage in Egypt, and I haven't used Orasona since then. And we had the gold bottle, and before we entered every temple, we used the gold Orasona, and magic happened. Absolute magic. Invited into inner sanctuaries, and it's very, very special. So thank you. And my meditation personally was filled with pink of the Orasona.
Thank you. That's 20 years ago, yeah. My wife Nura, she was on that journey too in Egypt. Practical question. What is the official timing of our being? Where, what time?
I might know exactly what time it's about.
What time it is?
3:20.
3:20.
About another 10 minutes. The intent was that Kathryn would leave from about 3:30, 20 to 4.
Okay.
And what time does the whole thing finish?
4:30.
Thank you.
4:30.
I should say, Rahasya, you've heard me make a comment before how much I love your Atisha meditations. At first blush, that the concept of breathing in all that stuff, suffering, and then breathing out, it's kind of, at first blush for me, it's a little bit counterintuitive, although I'm getting a little better at it for what it's worth.
It's counterintuitive for every ego that we carry. Yeah, of course, ego wants to protect. Ego wants to exist separate from what is happening. Ego wants to assert, I'm a person with a story. Fair enough, totally fine. Until you're ready to see that all that is maybe only one level of our existence. And it's not difficult, isn't it? I mean, you guys are, yeah, please.
I had an experience when I was 28 and I was
living in England, and a very dear friend of mine died suddenly. And so I was in an accident, and I went and sat in his room, and I did what I understood to be Tonglen, which was, I think, like his practice, and to take the suffering of his death, because it was frightening and sudden, and just inhale it and help him cross over. So just exhaling just love and support and kindness. And about a month ago, I was in a ceremony in a really deep state of alteration, and it became clear to me that I had carried for him that death experience since then, and in that ceremony it released and returned to him. Wherever he is has now his work to complete, and it was done. And I kind of thought, I wonder about it, like, because I was in a bit of resistance about this, so I'm not carrying anyone's stuff for another 30 years, or 25 years, and so I was interested that in the inhaling, there's a particular kind of movement into the heart and then into where it's a release into the sky, which seems really important. So I'm interested in your reflection about me having held that for that dear friend, and whether the practice was a little off, or that was just a karmic agreement. In any way, it might be often still a karmic agreement, but it was very interesting, unexpected experience, and I felt so unburdened when, in this recent experience that finally went back to him, and I actually experienced his death fully in that recent, fully experienced all his terror, and that from a state of complete peace, and but was able then to just give it back to him, to belong to him again. So it was a very strange and actually quite beautiful experience. Yeah.
Well, it's a mystery for me too. It's in my own experience, especially when it comes to death. I just talked about Nura, my wife. She died 10 years ago. Pretty much suddenly, we were in Japan running courses, and the last day of the course she was a little dizzy, and 10 days later she was gone. And from my personality point of view, it was extremely painful. Like we were 32 years together, sharing pretty much everything. And soon after the grieving period, and then soon after, I just remembered this meditation, and that released pretty much all the grief. What is left, of course, is the love is still here. It's endless. No matter what else is happening, you cannot get rid of who you are, and you are love. And perhaps it wasn't time for the resolution until there was time. I don't know how it happened really, but it's beautiful that it happens, and it's encouraging. For me, it's been encouraging if I have to work with someone where I have no idea what they are going through, and I allow myself to have the same no idea and share the unknown. Usually magic happens. Not when my ego wants the magic, but when it's totally fine the way it is. Not only fine, it is another expression of love. That seems to keep growing, but it's not final. And it comes into many, many expressions. Like just yesterday, I don't know if anybody else was in this concert from the Indians in community center. Community was there. That was another meeting of the divine in a completely different form. I mean, these three musicians just transported us into, yeah, for me it was such a mystery that you cannot put words on it, and we would love to describe it in all its beauty, but all the words fall short. Another expression of love. And obviously the three musicians simply disappeared. There was no musicians, there was just the music. So I'm looking forward to a version. Yeah.
I would like to share, thank you so much for that process. Two things stood out for me, and the one I'm about to speak to was sort of filtered through just now, and that is the incredible vessel that the heart is, an incredible gift that it is, and to remember, you know, the process which you gave us in that respect of the heart, being able to do everything through the heart. And I remember as a healer, you know, being told so many healers tend to hold whatever they're moving through for their clients. And I don't feel that's ever been my experience personally. And the other beautiful gift for me was, in spirituality as I understand it and I hear about it often, is the ultimate aim is to become one with everything. And it's not a concept I've ever really, I want to get it on one level. And this has shown me that I am with everything anyway. And bringing that sadness, you know, through, I'm an empath and I'm quite deeply feeling, and it was effortless. And it was beautiful. I didn't quite get to the whole planet. I left that one today.
Don't make it a new idea when you go. Let's just kind of
yeah. But I did my family, and even that, you know, and taking the weight off my shoulders. So thank you for reminding me that we are one with everything, all sickness.
Yeah, and it's so obvious that to talk about it is almost unnecessary. Yeah.
On one level, yeah.
Infinite space of the heart.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It truly is infinite. And it doesn't have to hold on. You just let it flow through. And that was
What a relief, huh?
yes, the flow.
In fact, that's at the core of the website, isn't it? Connection to Earth and interconnection with all of it.
Yes.
I think for me, it's what happened then, which was really beautiful, and I want to thank you because, you know, we've been friends for so many years. I've actually often struggled with the Atisha meditation in the past, only from the perspective of what this lady here, said about taking someone else's, or even my own pain in, and then that release of it is, yeah, I struggle with it, but today what happened was there was this true recognition that it's not my own personal heart, it's not an individual in a shape called Pamita or Ambati that is, it's not this heart, it's the heart of all, it's the one thing that we all are, which has nothing to do with me being what I talk about as me. You know, we all say I, and that I is consciousness, that I is not limited, it's an endless space. And when I allowed the suffering, when this I that I am allowed that suffering, my own, my family, the world, it's not that there's even anyone here that's doing anything, it was more that, it just dissolves, because it dissolves back into itself. And so I don't have to hold it. And I tend to do that thing, take it in and hold it, and indulge in it or whatever. So thank you so much. I hope that made sense.
Totally.
Yeah.
Totally, and I think it's a really important thing to understand, especially when you work with people. For many years in Pune, I was guiding the primal group, Fresh Beginnings. And after each group I got sick. I was taking on, all the suffering of people. Give it to me, I carry it for you. And it didn't work. And thanks God, somebody asked Osho, this is what's happening, and I carry so much pain from other people. And Osho was really sharp and said, well, you carry it because you think you can do something. Let me do it. And in the let me do it, he explained what you just said. It is one level to absorb somebody's suffering and feel it, especially the empath, it's called, the empathetic people. Yeah?
Yes.
And Osho said this is still part of keeping an ego structure intact.
Yeah.
Deeper than that, all you need is to go a little bit deeper and you find nobody. That was such a surprise for me to hear that. And it was such a liberation. That was the end of being sick after a course. I just needed to hear this. Well, it was kind of 30 years ago. Wow, I don't need to suffer with the person in the whole big pile of whatever pile it is. No? I can just let it go through. And then, of course, you get tested, and existence brings you the challenge as well. Can you still be empty here? No? Okay, can you still be empty when your most beloved lover dies? Can you be still, and so on? It keeps going. No? And eventually it's going to be interesting. Can I still be here when the body goes? But I think it's a good topic, or a good thing to begin, not just to understand intellectually that I don't need to carry somebody, especially in families. Many brother carries the plight of the sister, or there's so much anorexia these days, and we try to help each other, and this could be a possibility. Do we need a short pee-pee break, or shall we just go?
The option is with the circle. We can have a 5-minute break, but no longer than 5 or 7 minutes. Please don't disappear into the garden. I'm told that there's something
Possum in the toilet. It's sitting next to the toilet.
It's a couple.
Very cute.
Who's possum?
Oh, right, it's in
Oh, hello.
Why not the top one?
Yeah.
We all need to go to the toilet.
Very hard.
So we say, I'll ring the bell. It'll,
Yes, do the bell.
Kathryn and Eltara will want to set up anyway. Okay, so 7 minutes, no more than that. And the other thing is there's some, the urn has got a tea in there, elderberry and lemon balm. Michael, in this 7-minute break, do you mind throwing in something? Can you do that, please? 7 minutes, we agreed on that?
Yes.
Right.
How's the temperature in here? Is it too cold in here?
Getting really cool.
That's the hot spot there.
Get cold, so leave it on.
I am a hobby.
We're
We
still
know
on
that, we know that.
We're still live streaming.
So what we might do is open the doors.
That's one.
So we'll just do that. And we'll just turn this off for a bit.
Some of us are really hot.
Yeah, it's just sort of all of them.
Two
So I think it's not too
Yeah, you have one for mine. That's right. Just get some more.
Yeah, the town. I just don't know. I'll keep it like that. And I'll open up some windows with your
Yeah, I'm going to I don't
There's something. Yes.
Are you going to sing? I like that.
Yeah, but we can't play those together.
You're a UK girl?
I'm what?
A UK girl?
Oh, I think it's UK.
Ah.
Well, that's yeah. How do you know? You said yes.
All right. So Possum didn't threaten you.
How do I get in there?
Well, I just come.
Well, they probably live there, and
But the door shuts.
Yeah.
Oh, has it got no roof?
It's totally calm. It's
but normally there's no one here, and it is not.
Yeah. No, I don't know.
You're a new
all
fan.
right. I was sorry they can
Thank you. Ria.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When
They're
I
pretty
was
generous.
Hi, Gio.
I'm the cop.
No, I don't want to attack. And I just come from this
It's a
meditation.
tiny room, right?
We're just walking in there.
Yeah, they were very chill. And I was just coming from this meditation. I just gazed into the possum's eyes. It was beautiful. Wow. Contact. And they said,
I'm going to get stuck. Oh, maybe one day.
I think that's,
this rug is, I'm just under my
can you slip around to the middle a bit?
Yeah.
Well, I think he was suggesting he likes us to be here because he wants the Buddha to be. That's what Ray said to me. So, yeah.
Well, we should be near each other because we harmonise.
Okay,
But
then.
I'll go next to her.
Do you need to go?
We'll have to be in the middle.
Yeah, you're right. I'll go here.
There's more space in here as well. And I think
Because we need to move back on now. We need to listen to each other.
And I think just gently loosen people up and do a little calming. Yeah, I mean, like even 5 minutes. Yeah. When they're sitting.
I don't know if that corresponds with these.
I'm going to laugh. Exactly, we don't have it. Exactly. So we'll just dive into
Does this book correspond with these cards?
They look like the Osho cards.
Yeah,
That's a fairy card.
yeah, I don't really know.
I don't think so.
That's alright, that's good. Process.
Yeah.
These acoustics are amazing.
Yeah, it's a beautiful space.
It's got quite a low ceiling, hasn't it?
Yeah.
So the whole sound's really held.
I'll just gently listen.
Probably easier to be there too. Yeah, look close.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I'm now also busy. I hadn't seen that my family for a year.
What sort of family are you?
With my sister and her daughter and her husband and their children. Yeah, sister and her husband. So it's that my sister and her husband and her daughter are close to.
Yeah.
So I can walk into her daughter. But they live up in that glorious, which is absolutely glorious. Busy.
It can be a hindrance. People
Yeah, no worries.
There's nothing worthy.
That's right. I think we'll just trust it.
Swami Krishna goes in the Hari
How was
Maharaj.
it? My question was,
Yeah, send the
was
words.
it dead or there?
So that Mula Mantra.
Yeah, it was the second part of it. It was the second.
Paradrama Puru Shotana.
Puru.
Shotana. Paran Atma Supreme Soul. Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Shri Bhagavati Namaha. Samita, that's what you're doing.
No, that wasn't the word. It's the next part.
That's the whole much.
Oh,
Let's have you put it on and see if you can pull this. Samita, which is the
Yeah, I read what you wrote.
Samita.
Sri Bhagavati first.
Sri Bhagavati Namaha.
Sri Bhagavati Samata.
I'm not quite sure.
Because one's female, one's
Exactly. Yeah.
What are you doing? Are you doing the Mula Mantra?
Yes.
I know that inside out.
Fantastic.
I'm just saying the Bhagavati comes first. Bhagavati.
Sri Bhagavati Samita. Sri Bhagavati. It's the other way around. Sri Bhagavati Namaha.
See, that's what I'm doing.
Sri Bhagavati Namaha.
No, it's something
Maybe
else
different
I was
mantra?
listening to. Yeah.
Guru
It doesn't
Brahma,
matter.
Guru
It was,
Brahma.
I had always heard Dev, and it sounds like it was Dev,
Dev.
and it's not even in that.
So
I don't
maybe
know
it's
where that-
Guru Brahma.
Maybe it's yes. Let's copy that one.
That one's just here. Guru Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma.
Guru Namaha.
It's Guru.
It's Guru Ve.
That's it.
Sri Guru Namaha.
Yes.
What's your name?
Kelly.
Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
I'm Gandhi.
Hi, I'm
Some people say Pavita because I had the name Pavita for 30 years. I'm only telling you that because Rahasya just said Pavita. And then I introduced myself as Ramati, and then people say Pavita. I only got it for a year ago from Vijay when I was in Portugal. So I finally changed up.
Beautiful.
Maybe it's the same thing. Funny, isn't it?
As Parvati.
Well, when I took over Pavita, it was sacred, and then we gave me on that, he said it means the power on, right, bread, and sacred.
Yeah.
So, I'm so excited to chant with you guys. I'm so excited. And I'm so glad you're doing those chants. Are you going to do them all, Andrew?
Yes. The Guru Mantra, Guru Brahma,
Guru Brahma.
the Divine,
Yeah.
the Navadha one. See, you probably know them all.
I don't know the tunes, because I know the tunes
Yeah,
that we
you'll
do.
be able to follow.
Yeah.
Do you know Mel Dobra and her music?
I know who she is, but I don't know
Yeah,
what
this is one of the
she's a beautiful one. I mean, the Guru Brahma I do is like a,
That is, Santisha. Santisha's version.
nice.
Sangeeta.
Oh, Sangeeta's good. Oh, then I'll know that one.
Yes.
Yeah, that's nice.
Oh, yeah, exciting. Yeah, this area, people know the chants. It's so wonderful. I trust that many people know mantra.
Yeah.
It's exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a real beautiful vibration that we're all holding, tapping into these ancient sounds. It's incredible. And they're really transformed. It's amazing. Oh.
I find it's the easiest way
Yeah.
to go to God.
Yeah.
It's chanting.
Yes, the bell.
The bell.
The bell.
They put the mint in that tea now, so the tea will be good if you're up.
I'd like some to
Yeah.
Do I go just run the corner?
Yeah, just here.
Thank you.
Do one.
Lovely, lovely, thanks.
Can you carry three? You're right.
She's very careful.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Yeah. It was so lovely listening to it last night.
It's really beautiful.
I really heard, because you go in quite exacting, and I just heard the value of that. Really carries so much power and sound.
The sound
The
of
day before, I carry a note, and then you go into the variations of the note.
Yes, it's such a journey, isn't it? And it's just always new discoveries, always, yeah, the body practice something else. The voice is.
I can't find
you.
the book. No,
I know,
what's
it's
the
like
vibration?
this one.
I think that is in there.
Oh, exactly.
That was what was in the box.
Yeah.
Okay.
There for the one.
Oh, okay, that was the challenge.
Yeah, that's right. It's not you.
All right.
Oh, it's good to see you again, Greg, after all those
Well,
The
temple
tea's very
days.
nice, right?
yeah. Sorry, mate?
The tea's very nice.
Is it? Is it okay?
Yeah.
Yeah, they were.
They were amazing.
I sometimes see El Rey down on the wall.
Look at the mountain right now.
Oh, isn't it?
And
If anybody wants to view the mountain, it's really putting it on right now.
Oh, look at
Come and have a look at the mountain right now.
yeah.
It's just like framed by the clouds.
I can see. Just
Isn't it awesome?
Let's just take a
oh,
photo of that.
oh,
I know.
You go through the window without screen.
okay.
Yeah, I took the screen off. There's not many bugs around here.
Kathryn Riding.
there's a little finish to go.
Oh, thank you so
Not just
much.
good.
Yeah, great.
We're good.
Yeah.
And with this water, you've got to.
No, you're stacking. I got these. Good job, you're stacking.
Who we got now? Okay, 16.
Yeah, fall left, so.
Paul gets strong.
We'll probably be. He can come to the
Yes.
Great water.
Wow.
Wonderful. Divine beings. Great to see you. It's so beautiful to be here. Thank you to Rahasya. I don't know where he's gone. Yeah.
He'll be back.
He might be coming back.
He comes down.
Oh, yeah, he's coming back.
Oh, fine with him. Super cool. Fantastic.
And he was very keen to do that.
Oh, great.
Yeah, he's really good.
Wonderful. Oh, that's good. That's, yes.
Do you need a longer introduction?
No,
Kathryn,
I think-
not really?
No, I think it's all good. We can.
Great.
Beautiful. Yeah. We can gently begin.
Great.
Diving into some mantra. I mean, I'm sure Rahasya will be here very soon, but yes.
Look at the back.
Another beautiful practice to take us into the formless, the spacious, the openness of the heart. Through Bhakti Yoga, devotional yoga, honoring the divine within us, all around us, through this vibration. Beautiful. So feel free to just take a moment to close your eyes down if that feels good, turning our focus within, sensing your sitting bones, whatever's in contact with the earth. Sensing gravity, just allowing us to sink back into mudra. And simultaneously the rebound action of our upright spine. Shoulders gently melting back and down. Feel free to just invite the breath to just naturally deepen and lengthen, flowing down into relaxed belly. Long exhales are so wonderful for us. Feel free to exhale through the mouth if that feels comfortable. Really moving the breath out. Emptying out, maybe just a little bit more. If that feels good. Yay. Beautiful. And then just after we have that full exhale, there's more space for the next inhalation. to flow deep down into the roots, rising up, swelling, receiving. Long, cleansing, grounding exhalation. Feeling the abdominal wall just naturally drawing in and strengthening. And maybe after our next exhalation, if it feels good, really emptying out. Emptying out and just holding the breath out for just however long it feels good. Squeezing pelvic floor, squeezing pelvic chakra, drawing navel point strongly back to the spine, holding the breath out. And of course, whenever body's ready, those lower three chakras will relax and receive. That full inhalation flowing down into the roots, swelling and rising all the way up to the crown. Beautiful. And let's say, next time that we inhale, just when body's ready, feel free to join me just on an easy, just a letting go through sound. Not associated with words or interpreting, just letting go like a body sound. Feel you might take the heels of your hands to the jaw and just gently smooth down like this. Jaws can hold so much tension and it actually really restricts the voice. It feels so nice just to open. Feel a bit slack jaw. Perhaps your chest, I'm just taking my feeling free, just to give your chest a little bit of a tap tap. Feels so good for our lungs and heart, but also feel your chest voice. Nice relaxed jaw. Beautiful. Next time we inhale, let's reach our fingertips up to the heavens. Feel our deep roots descending and staying here for a few breaths if that feels good. Just noticing how once we take our arms up, naturally it lifts the chest. Chest can lift up. Beautiful. Opens the belly. Feel that your fingertips and your thumb tips are extending energetically all the way up into the infinite, into the celestial realms. And our deep roots are descending back down into Mother Earth. If there's any primal body sounds, I can let go. I'm here in a safe and sacred space. I can let go. Breathing in. This time as we exhale, our arms like wings, we might meet other wings, but see how we go. Just take the arms up if that feels good. Inhaling. Just feeling that we're cleansing the aura, the electromagnetic energy field of the body. Maybe on a sliding. Feeling where you feel those vibrations. One more if you like. Inhale. Sliding. Just having a little hum moment. You can move your hands if that feels good. Feeling the vibration coming up from the roots. Vibrating through the whole body, through the spine, the central channel of the spine, lips, inside the scalp. Maybe even just feeling, where did I feel that? Feeling that beautiful vibration. Hum means we, union. It relaxes the vocal folds. Activates our resonating chambers. Feel it just naturally fading to replaces itself. That's an easy sigh. You can let go. Never mind. You can let go. Beautiful. Let's flow into mantra. Mantra. Mind is man. Tra. Vehicle. Vehicle for the mind. Liberation. Sacred of all the mantras, Om, it vibrates through all life. Let's take a comfortable full inhalation. Cleansing exhale. Inhaling for Om. Just to connect with any sankalpa that you might have, intention, that we can weave our intentions into our mantra. This next mantra is the Mula mantra. Some of us will know it, and it might be new to others. Just feel free to join whenever you're ready. Om Sat, truth, Chit, consciousness, Ananda, bliss, Bhagavate, liberation. It's the union of consciousness and truth. Shri Bhagavati Samhita, Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Satchitananda Parabrahma Purushottama Paramatma Shri Bhagavati Samhita, Shri Bhagavate Namaha. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Individual drop of water merging the infinite ocean of bliss. Hari Om Tat Sat. The next mantra is Guru Brahma, creator. Guru, the bringer of the light. Guru, Brahma, creator. Vishnu, sustainer of life. And then also honoring death as well as this cycles of life. And the birth, the sustaining, the nourishing, the honoring, and the end of the cycle, that miracle. The Guru within. Deva Maheshwara Sensing the vibration of the mantra continuing to reverberate through ourselves, offering another yoga, the vibrational medicine, to flow into honoring the divine feminine. Mata, mother, Kali, warrior goddess, Durga, so warrior, Devi, divine, Saraswati, creativity, expression, poetry, Narayani, same as Lakshmi, abundance, prosperity, well-being, beauty. Parvati, mountain goddess. This can be called a response. Om Mata, Om Kali. cherishing these moments. Mind dissolves into heart. Heart dissolves into space. Body becomes a shimmering field, pulsating between emptiness and fullness. Krishna consciousness, heart expanding. Keep coming back to the heart, sky, heart, joy. Vasudevaya If you keep your eyes closed down, just keeping that beautiful inner connection, but also sensing a connection in a sacred circle through our hearts. Sensing the energy field of the heart, energy fields meeting. And oneness. Perhaps gently gazing at the third eye. I've said that just by taking our focus there, relaxes the mind ever more. Shoulders relaxed. Noticing the beautiful sounds of life around us. We are vibrational. From the Radiant Sutras, bodies feed on sound. Vibration strengthens bones. Sonic waves on inner waters nourish every nerve. Ecstatic undulation awaits. Beautiful, let's complete our session chanting 3 Oms together, or Shanti 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 Hari Om Tat Sat. Perhaps just sensing yourself sitting inside your aura, your own personal temple. It's been strengthened by beautiful practices today. The aura is shining. It's full dimensionality. Lighting up the crown of the root. Taking that comfortable full inhalation. Cleansing exhale. Inhaling for Om. To bring your palms together in prayer in front of your heart center. Taking that moment to draw our focus ever more to the heart. We can breathe to the heart as we've been practicing. Feel the sky heart. Unconditional. Your heart and my heart, very, very old friends. Atisha. Taking a gentle bow if you wish. Namaste. Namaste.
Thank you, Kathryn. Almost perfect. Steve, we're over the line again. Or Rahasya, we've kind of had a sharing circle, but we often give the option of going around the room and saying you've got one word or a phrase that you can share with us. Is there something